This is our Pechamucha showing settings on the iPad that can be used for SEN children. To find these, you have to go into your settings, and under General, it is under Accessibility. Some of the things we'll be showing you is like Zoom, Speak, Guided Access, and some other.
This is the speak selection button. You can alter the speed so it reads quick or fast. You find speak selection by going into General. You then can turn on the speak selection. You can select the voice, and then you can select how fast or slow you would like it to speak by using the turtle. When you're in Notes, you can get the speak selection to read the words to you. You select what you would like them to read and then click the icon Speak. It will then play back to you what has been written. You can do this exactly the same on a web page. So you select the text and it will read it to you. This is good as children can then learn. It helps build children's confidence as it reads the words to them if they're not a confident reader.
You can also change the text size on the iPad. This is in General, Accessibility and Larger Type. You can drag the slider to smaller text types or larger text types to help visually impaired children.
Guided access is found under Accessibility in the General settings. This is great for the teacher to be able to choose sections of the iPad that are not accessible to children, and the teacher can set a passcode to control this. For example, here is an Early Birds app. If I wanted children to concentrate on the actual multiplications they are looking at, I can choose sections that I want them not to touch. For example, here, I've managed to black out the how to play and the about. So all that they can choose is the actual game content, like play now, best times, and your edits. You'll see later on how this works within the context of the game. The guided access tool is great for children with maybe ADHD problems or other concentration problems, as they can stay on one app and really concentrate and focus on the learning they're meant to be achieving through the app, instead of flicking back and forth between different applications. Now that the guided access toolbar is gone, you can see how the circle is on the whole screen, across the bits that we do not want the children to touch. This shows how the child can focus on finding multiples of 11 without pressing the cancel or the pause, so that they're fully focused on learning their 11 times table. One issue with guided access is that once you've circled off the part of the screen, it is then not accessible for the children at all. So here you can see how you cannot click on 57 or 123, but those could be crucial in playing the game. This is one thing you have to consider when using guided access with children.
You can also turn on Zoom through the General settings. Zoom magnifies the entire screen. You can double tap using 3 fingers to zoom and drag the 3 fingers to move around the screen. This can help children be able to focus on a text that they may not be able to see properly. Here is a text from the BBC News that the children might be needing to read. The text is quite small, where the children might not be able to see it properly on the screen. This is where they can use the zoom, using their 3 fingers to zoom in, to be able to read the writing clearer. Once zoomed in, you can still move around the page using your finger to navigate. This is where you can look at certain words, images, or passages that may be best suited zoomed in.
Assistive touch, found also under accessibility in the general settings, helps children with very poor mobility skills, as they don't have to touch any of the buttons, but instead everything is accessible from the iPod screen.
So we literally got one day and
This picture is meant to show the assistive touch button. It's normally a white circle and it can be moved to any side of the screen, but unfortunately when you take a screenshot it disappears. Here, through touching the assistive touch button on any side of your screen, this will appear. You can go to your favourites, you can go back to home without touching the home button, or go to the device, or even to Siri, which we will come across later.
that's what I did one.
If you click on device, then you can see that there are all of these different buttons you can choose. So you can turn the volume up or down by touching the screen instead of using the buttons. You can unmute and lock the screen all through motions on the screen instead of using the buttons, which is great for children with mobility problems. Here is Siri, which is a personal organiser available through the iPad 3 only. She will ask you what you can help you with, you can text, make notes, all verbally through it. This is great for children with maybe memory problems who want to record notes or other things.